In today's video, guys, we have a lot of exciting stuff going on. The most exciting thing is we have company coming. We have company coming, visiting us all the way from Colorado. You've met them before back in France, and you met Mike in Albania, but don't mind all of this noise, because the second most exciting thing about this video is we have a new e-bike and a new e-scooter. Now, Hovsco sent these over to us, and we can't thank them enough. First things first, we got to get this thing open. This is our brand new Hovsco hovcart e-bike. Now, we're going to do a full deep dive review once we've really put some miles on it. But for now, I just had to get this thing out of the box and see what it could do. I am honestly like a little kid in a candy store. And my first impressions? Well, this thing is built like a tank, but it rides like a dream. It's got an aluminum alloy frame, so it's incredibly strong, but still light enough to maneuver. And what really sold us on the hovcart is this massive cargo area. While it's designed to safely carry 2 kids, which is a huge plus for families, for us, it's all about the gear. Whether we're hauling backpacks, our folding chairs, or even our kitties, the sturdy rear rack makes it easy to carry everything we need without feeling weighed down. And for those of us living here in Florida, where a rain shower can pop up out of nowhere, it has an IPX4 waterproof rating, so no worries. And between the hydraulic brakes for strong stopping power and that high-quality suspension fork, it feels smooth, stable, and most importantly, safe. The ride itself is where the magic happens. The hovcart uses a torque sensor, which you usually only find on high-end bikes. Instead of the motor just jerking you forward, it actually measures how much pressure I'm putting on the pedals and adjusts the assist to match. It makes accelerating feel totally natural and smooth. And don't worry, if my legs get tired, which we all know they will, there's a thumb throttle, so no pedaling required. You can keep an eye on your speed and your battery life right here on the digital LCD panel. On a single charge on this bike, you can get over 60 miles with pedal assist. That's a whole lot of exploring for us in the future. Now, this bike is all about living big while riding light. I am obsessed already. If you want to check one out for yourself, head over to hovsco.com/snowandcurt. And because we love a good deal, you can also use the code SNOW at checkout to save $100 off your order. Huge shout out to Hovsco for letting our viewers have a nice savings coupon like that. Now stay tuned for the full review coming soon. But for now, head on over and check out the Hovsco bike. I've got to get back to the house before our guests get here. Woo! All right, guys. We're settled back into our house after our road trip. And we had to do a quick turnaround, get the van unloaded, do a little house cleaning, because why do we have to clean up the house, Curt?
My cousin, Mike, and Betsy are coming over. Now, they live in Colorado, so it's been a long drive across country. They're making a tour and just are stopping by. We're excited.
Now, one thing that'll be an interesting little factor of Mike and Betsy coming for a visit is they're bringing their new little puppy, Blueberry. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep, here's their room, all nice and ready for them. But we're going to keep our kitty cats in the master suite side of the house. We've moved all their food, all their toys, everything there. And it'll only be for 1 or 2 nights. And there's plenty of room. And they spend a lot of time in there anyway. But it is worth it for a visit with Mike and Betsy.
And it's like 10 times or 20 times the size of the van.
It is true. So tonight, if they're not too worn out from their drive, we'll be going out to eat at a local little favorite restaurant here, and we'll take y'all along with us. They've been on the road all day, so we got them a few snacks out. Got little sweets down here in case they got a sweet tooth. But they've already told us first order of business will be giving Blueberry a walk. So that's what we're up to right now, guys. Our first official house guests. That's kind of exciting.
Good to see you, brother, cousin. Awesome. Thank you so much. Excited. Yeah. Excited.
Once Mike and Betsy finally arrived with their cute little dog Blueberry, we got them all settled in, and then we headed straight out to dinner. We took them to a quirky little local favorite of ours called Treasure Camp, right down on the river. And the best part, Aunt Bee came along to join the fun. Now, since it was the weekend, we had some great live music playing, and of course, the gorgeous river views to enjoy while we ate. Now, Mike and Betsy are visiting from Colorado, so Mike decided it was high time he finally tried some alligator. Betsy kept it a bit lighter with a beautiful salad topped with some fresh local fish right from the Gulf. Curt, well, he went out on a limb and tried the grouper Reuben. I know that sounds a little strange, but he loved it so much he thinks it might be his new favorite. Aunt Bee went for a total Florida classic, a heart of palm salad topped with a very unique salad dressing that's almost like ice cream. And as for me, I went straight for a childhood favorite. I had the fried blue crab fingers, which I've been obsessed with since I was a little girl growing up right here in this part of Florida. And with our tummies all full and the sun setting over the river, we headed on back home to get some rest because we have a big adventure planned for tomorrow. There's no doubt in my mind.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, look, Mike, you got the little Hawaiian look going on today. Is that Hawaiian? I don't have my glasses on, but yeah.
We're going tropical, you know?
Welcome to Florida.
We got a big adventure today.
Big adventure
Big
today.
adventure.
We're going down one of the famous springs here, and Mike and Betsy have been on this ride before, so they're coming to our backyard and showing us how to have a good time. So
I don't think we need to show you that.
All right, everyone, we are back on the move. We loaded up the crew and made the easy 1 hour drive from Chiefland over to the absolute crown jewel of Florida, the Ichetucknee Springs State Park. Now, this place is legendary, and as soon as you pull in, you can feel that old Florida magic. First things first, the logistics. After we parked the car, we headed to the main building to get the scoop. Now, you've got to keep in mind that the Ichetucknee is a protected sanctuary and they take it seriously. They have a strict no disposables rule on the water. No candy wrappers, no chip bags, no soda cans. You're allowed to take reusable water bottle to stay hydrated, but that's it. Because of that, once you've paid for your rentals, you'll likely walk through a little gift shop. It's full of cool souvenirs and snacks, and it's literally your last chance to grab a bite before you head on down to the river. For our group of 4, we sorted everything right there. It's $6 per vehicle to enter the park, and then we paid about $45 each for Mike and Betsy's single kayaks, and about $65 for the double kayak the Snow and I shared. If you want to go the classic route, canoes start around $60, and if you're looking for a more budget-friendly way to go, tubes are just $10 to $20, depending on the model. When it comes to getting on the river, you've got a few choices. Most people take the tram ride upriver to one of the drop-off points. You can do a shorter float or a much longer one, depending on how much time you have. But for us today, we decided on the paddle up option. We put in right at the south launch, which gave us a lot more control over our own schedule and let us spend as much time as we wanted out there without waiting on the shuttle. Once we paid, we headed back toward the river path right along there at the trailhead. You meet the lady who issues the life vests, but she just isn't there handing out gear. She also does final and thorough check of your bags to make sure there are no stray snacks or plastic bags are trying to sneak into the river. Once we pass inspection, we started that beautiful 5-minute walk down to the river's edge. As we walked, I was telling Mike and Betsy a bit about the history here. This park covers over 2,200 acres. The state actually bought the land back in 1970 from a phosphate company to make sure these springs would be protected forever. It's been a natural landmark for over 50 years, and walking down this trail under the canopy of ancient oaks and towering pines, you can really see why. The air starts to get a little cooler, the birds get a little louder, and then boom. You see that sapphire blue water peeking through the trees. When we reached the launch, the staff was right there waiting to help us steady the boats and get us launched smoothly into the current. All right, we gotta get going forward. I should have brought dry shorts. I wasn't thinking. Look at that little turtle there.
Stepping onto the river at the Ichetucknee is like stepping into a giant aquarium. The water stays a constant 72 degrees year-round, and it's so clear you feel like you're floating on air. The river is fed by 9 different springs, pumping out over 200 million gallons of fresh water every single day. Now, since we're doing the paddle up today, I knew Curt was going to be doing the heavy lifting. With my heart condition, he's definitely the main engine of this kayak, though I'll be jumping in to help him paddle whenever I can to help keep us moving, or maybe I'll just steer. Anyway, we've headed upstream for about an hour and a half. Usually the river flows at a gentle 1 mile per hour, but because the Swanee River is so low right now, the current in the spring run was surprisingly swift. On days like today, you really feel the power of the springs pumping out all that water. As we pushed upstream, we kept our eyes peeled for some of the river's most unique residents. We were looking for the alligator gar. These fish are literally living fossils. They've been around for 100 million years. Now, we also watched the banks for the North American river otters. They are very playful, but they also are incredible hunters with a bite force stronger than a German Shepherd. But they were playing hide and seek today and must have been tucked away in their dens because we didn't get a glimpse of any of them. And guys, look at this underwater footage. The plant life down here is just stunning. You have these lush forests of eelgrass and strap-leaf Sagittaria that look like long green ribbons waving in the current. It's a whole hidden world beneath the surface. We saw plenty of other friends too. Soft-shell turtles sunning on the logs, wood ducks, and these big, elegant white cranes. Now, once we reached our turnaround point, we just stopped paddling and let the river take us. It was so peaceful, just the sound of the water and the wind in the cypress trees. But as we were nearing the end of our float, the peace and quiet was broken by a sound that's a little bit intimidating if you aren't expecting it. Well, to be honest, even if you are expecting it, it's a bit intimidating. Now, you have to remember, the American alligator is the undisputed king of these waters. They can grow up to 14 feet long and weigh over 1,000 pounds. Being a local Florida girl, I knew that low, vibrating rumble instantly. It was a real treat for Mike and Betsy, but I think it's safe to say their Colorado hearts skipped a beat. So let's tune in and take a listen to this.
It's going to be right up here in this next opening, right where that root ball is of that tree. You'll be laying right in there. Ran right between these trees. Oh, hear it? You hear it?
Yeah. You hear it, Betsy?
That's a gator.
Can you not have me so close to it, please? Yeah. Right here. Oh, wow. You got your camera going, too?
He's right there. See him?
Yeah, he's not here. Yours is going?
Yeah.
I had no idea they made that noise.
Well, you can at least go get me that close to him,
I'm trying not to.
He's up in there, you can see his tail. He's in the lily pad. You can barely see him.
He sounds huge.
Yeah.
He is.
Okay.
Oh, it's a good time to do your twirl because I think that's the end right there.
Yeah, we're coming up on the end.
Look at Mike's been saving it. He's going right now. He's making a break for it. You see him coming on the inside lane.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I will not finish last. Oh, she went.
He is going to win. I can't compete with that.
I don't want to.
After that intense, heart-pounding, welcome to Florida growl, we finally made it back to the launch site. We turned in our gear, said our thanks to the park staff, and started the drive back towards Chiefland. On the way home, we stopped off for a yummy local lunch where we spent the whole time rehashing the day. There's nothing like a little adrenaline and a lot of nature to get the conversation going. We decided to just spend the rest of the evening chilling at the house. It was a perfect way to wind down because sadly, Mike and Betsy will be heading out first thing in the morning for the next stop on their road trip. The memories we made during this short visit were absolutely priceless. It was so special getting to show them a slice of our new Florida life. And we're already looking forward to the next time we can get together. Who knows? Maybe next time we'll pack up the van, head to Colorado, and see them on their home turf.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys!